Yo, what's up guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new series on a brand new game, and it's finally here, MotoGP 2017, and it's something I've been waiting to put on the channel for a long time, and I was debating whether to do this or not, but I'm going to go for it because personally I want to try and find something new on my channel, something fresh. I want to try and expand a little bit and also mix it out from F1 because frankly I want to try and do daily uploads, and I can't do that on F1 with the uploads I'm currently doing and the series I'm doing because it's just too much effort for daily uploads. As in, like, I can't do daily uploads with the content I'm currently producing. I need a bit more time to finish them videos. So also it is summertime, like I said in my previous video. It's a bit warm, so it's just a bit of an easy video for me to record. And also at the same time, I genuinely enjoy doing this more than F1 at the minute in terms of recording because it's something I enjoy. MotoGP is a sport that I've been a fan of for over a decade now, and the last game I actually owned properly of MotoGP was actually 2007. On the OG PS2, so it's been quite a while. I've done a bit of practice. I've played a few days on this game to get acclimatized to it, and I already run no assist on the highest difficulty, so it should be fairly fun, and I can't wait to jump into it. We're going to jump right into a rider career. It's going to be a sort of let's play playthrough sort of style video. There'll be about 10 to 15 minutes long each episode, and give or take, it's all going to be live commentated, and we're going to try and jump straight into the world of Moto3 and work our way up the ranks. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to the series, and we're going to jump right into it, and hopefully you guys stick around and give this series a chance. But here we go, jumping into a ride. We're going to try and edit him now, so we're going to stick with that face. We're going to quickly modify the name to mine, so we're just going to put my name on there, and we're going to fill in the details, and we're going to try and see how good we can get this rider to come out. So let's do the abbreviation real quick, and we're going to do our age. So I'm going to do my real age, which is 19. Racing number, we'll go for I'm going to run, let's just run 98, and we'll go for the racing number in that style. That looks a bit too similar to Rossi's number, so even though it's my favourite rider, I'm going to go for that one there. We'll stick with white, and then as a nickname, we'll just go for my surname, and we'll put it in style number 6, I want to say. I think 6, yeah, that looks right. And for a colour, I think we'll go for red. Okay, so in terms of helmets, let's see what we have available to us, and we'll see what we can do with these. So obviously I've gone for a red on the tights, so we'll try and go for a red inspired helmet if possible. Okay, so I think we'll go for this helmet here. I think it's got a nice bit of red and white detail on it. Looks rather racing-like and sporty, so I think we'll go for this one here. So that's the helmet done. Now in terms of the boots, I think we're going to go for some red ones just because we want it to match the attire. And that seems to be the trend with motorbike riders who seem to match their boots to their attire. I think we'll go for the ones with a bit more red on to make them look a bit more standout. And then finally the gloves, we'll also go for, I think red will be the colour of choice. We'll go for Alpine Stars, exact same make as the boots. And there we go. Riding style, I think we'll go for I think we'll just go for balanced. Also, based off what the picture says, it's Valentino Rossi style, and that's who the driver who I like, so I think we'll just go for that. And there we go, our rider's all set up and ready to go. Now it's a question of doing this first race, I believe, which is I think it's one of the Red Bull rookie category, the Rookies Cup. So I think we'll go for Misano because that's the one that I know better. And we're going to quickly do the settings here. So we're just going to put it all on a pro. We'll turn the trajectory off, transition manual, rewind on, whatever. Yep. Okay, that will do. And then game mode, I think we'll go for 3 laps for now for this race, and then we'll maybe boost up if you guys want to see longer races. We'll do qualifying and race. AI difficulty, we'll go for simulation, damage, yep, tyre wear, and that's it. I think we're good to go. So let's jump into it now for this sort of Red Bull Rookies Cup, and I believe this is going to be some sort of test race to see how we feed, and I'm going to guess this is a stepping stone into a Moto3. Okay, so here we are in qualifying, about 9 minutes to go. I've sped the time up a little bit, and we're going to go and head out on track now and see what our pace is like. I've practiced with the Moto3 bikes. I don't know what these bikes are like, but I've got an idea of how the Moto3 ones handle. So we're going to just go to track now and see how this bike goes and see how we can qualify for this race. Okay, so we're going to ride on board with a lap here. I'm going to try and talk throughout. So here we go, into the first corner. I do know Misano off by heart. Like I said, I'm a MotoGP fan, so I do know pretty much all the tracks off by heart, except for maybe Aragon, which is a track that I struggle with for memory. But so far, so good through here. Just got to try and navigate the traffic. Get off that curb. That curb's not good for us. We've got a slow-moving bike here. I'm going to try and get up the inside of him. All a bit out of shape through there. Not the best to start so far this lap. Bit of a scruffy one so far. Okay, so far so good. I'm actually fastest in the second sector. There's 4 sectors in a motorcycle lap, so we're going to see how this third sector goes. All about straight through there. I've got a bike right on my chuff. I managed to get past him, but he's sort of disturbed me a little bit. I'm still up in the third sector though, so we're going to keep it going. And we can do as many laps as we want, but I'm going to try and keep it short. I'll do this lap, maybe one more. But here we go, through the penultimate corner now. Pretty nice run through there actually. One more corner to go. Going to knock it down to first. On the limiter a little bit. Going to try and get the power as soon as I can out the final corner. And let's see how this is as we come across the line. Will it be pole position? The question is, yes it is, by 0.8 of a second. So there you go. A very nice final sector there, getting first place. And I think that may be enough. So I think that might be a good enough lap to get us on the front row of the grid at least. So I'm going to continue this lap anyway and see how it goes. And I'll resume if it's any good or any worse than the previous one. Flat out through this section. Let's try and keep the bike down here. Gonna still go flat through here, up a gear, and then we're gonna try and shift down for this third sort of fast corner. Just trying to keep it within the track confines, just about using the curb. And I'm now 0.2 down, so this lap's sort of falling away from me here, and I think it's gonna be very hard for me to improve. So I think I'm gonna call it a day there, and that's gonna be the end of this lap. And I believe this should be good enough for at least the front row. So I think I'm gonna call it quits there for qualifying. Right, so there we go then, pole position in the race. So the bike was actually really easy to drive. I've got to say, it was much easier compared to one of the Moto3 bikes. Yeah, the bike just sticks. It just doesn't have the sort of power. And also I've been riding the MotoGP ones as well for practice, and these are just so much easier to ride. But pole position, now we're going to see how the race pans out. So let's jump into it right now. Right, so here we go then. It's race day at Misano, and it looks like there could be a chance of some rain looking at the top right, I'm guessing. So there could be a sprinkle in the air, but it's only a 3-lap race, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. Like I said, if you guys want to see me do longer races, let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to do 3 laps for now, because there is plenty of action in a 3-lap race, and I don't think there's going to be enough time for cuts, because I think there's going to be action all round. But let's jump into the race now and see how things pan out.
The riders have all lined up on the starting grid. We are mere seconds away from the start of what promises to be a sensational Grand Prix.
Right then, so the track is wet. It's going to be a wet one for my first ever race on this game in terms of my career mode. But here we go, 4 red lights, and we are underway here in these wet conditions at Misano. I'm going to try and get a good start here. I actually haven't raced in the wet since I've had this game, so this will be a first experience for me. As I go into the first corner, bike sliding up my inside. I'm going to try and keep out of contact. I don't know how the bike's going to feel in these conditions. It's going to feel surreal to say the least. But here we go, getting the power down through 3. Can we try and keep up with these guys? We've lost the lead, obviously. The AI seems to be very good under brakes compared to me, I've noticed, in this game. Something that I just need to improve at. But here we go into turn 4. Completely not bothering the apex there and losing more positions. But we're just going to try and stick with the pack here. As long as we stick with the pack, we should be okay. As I get a great run through there, picking up the power. Here we go, in the slipstream. Let's try and get behind these guys and try and line ourselves up for a move into the next corner. Wet conditions here. We're going to try and get one nice and late on the brakes. It's going to be hard because, like I said, the AI just brakes so late. We're going to try and pull the nose down for the apex. Come on the curb. Get off that curb because I'm going to fall off otherwise. Here we go. A little bit of contact here with this Bonelli guy in front of us. Going to try and be nice and aggressive here into the hairpin. Running wide. I can feel the bike slipping away from me. Got to get on the power. Once again, look at this. Look how many bikes are battling here for the lead. Getting on the power. I'm forced out almost onto the grass here. Alright, now this corner is going to be a real challenge. Can we go flat through here? It's going to be a real big risk here, but we're going to almost keep it flat. A little bit of a lift because of the conditions. But here we go into the next corner. I've got bikes coming up our inside again. Going to try and go for the long route around the outside here. Can we pick up any positions? It's very hard to actually make it move around the outside in motorbike racing. And there we go, we actually lose the place. A little bit of contact with this guy who's coming up my inside. So far, pretty poor opening lap in this Grand Prix here. But so far, we're still in the mix. Ooh, a little bit of contact there with Bonelli, just sliding out a bit wide into the final corner. Dropping it a gear, getting on the power nice and early. Here we go then. I'm going to try and step on the gas once again. And then see what happens into the first couple of corners here. Turns 1 and turn 2. I'm going to wait to see what the AI do. And I'm going to try and go for a different sort of line. So they're running fairly wide. I'm going to now use this as my opportunity to slide up the inside. Oh no, it's all gone. It's gone wrong. Now I've got damage on, so this could be a problem. But we're going to try and get back underway. A little bit of contact. Oh, getting close, getting close. Right, Scruffy first race so far. I've got a little bit of damage on the bike, I'm going to guess, because I've got damage on. But we're going to see how many places we can recover here in this race and try and just put my foot down a bit. Try and make up some positions. Up the inside once again here. Oh, running a little bit wider actually. Just got to keep my foot down, make sure I don't lose the back end. And we're going to try and stick behind these guys. Maybe try and put off multiple overtakes into this corner as they're all going to trip each other up. Nice and late on the brakes. Once again up the inside, making it stick beautifully this time. A triple overtake, a little bit of contact, but we made the move stick nonetheless. And we're now going to try and get past Soppe. Can we get past him here up the inside? We're going to just commit to it. These guys going fairly slowly. Oh, so close. Just always just basically just getting the elbows out. Simple as that. You could never use the term anymore or in any better form or sequence. So getting the elbows out literally as we now go through the session once again. The best part of the track, my favourite part of the track here, where you carry the most speed. And I've got a great run on these guys here, so I'm just going to try and stick my bike up the inside. Oh, I thought about it, but they were actually pretty committed through there. Just going to wait for my opportunity. And we're now they're definitely going to go for a dive here. We just have to go for a dive here. There we go. Nice. Everyone's running wide. We're just going to get on the power. Back end stepping out at me a little bit there. You can see me have a bit of a wiggle. Going to just commit to it. They were recovering quite nicely actually in amongst this pack. We're going to go back up the inside of the final corner again. Dropping it to first gear. On the power. Come on. Got one more lap to go as we go into the final lap of the race. Let's try and make up a few more positions here. We've got Kelly on our inside. We've got another bike making their move. I think that's View. So just going to go nice and late into the first corner. Nice and wide. Get on the power. Going to go for the same move again, but this time trying to avoid contact or at least falling off the bike, which is a big thing. Carrying some good speed. Now through turn 3. Come on, into turn 4. Let's see what we can do around the outside. Nothing major through there, but we're going to get the power nice and early. Oh, bit of wheel banging, but we're going to get past everybody. That's what I'm talking about. That was a nice move. Back up into P9, recovering positions nicely after that terrible start. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get more positions at the guys ahead of me, but we're going to see how this rest of the lap goes. Okay, we might have an outside opportunity of pulling something off here in these final couple of corners if we get a good run through here. And let's see what happens into the final corner. Will any of these guys trip themselves up? I'm running a little bit wide, missing the apex, and that's going to be the end of it. But P9, not too shabby. I think I'll take that. And even though it's a pretty poor race pace compared to the qualifying pace, I'll take that. It's not a bad result. And considering we actually fell off, that's not too bad because we was last at one point. So not too bad there, P9. And I think that would have impressed a few people. But there we go. We actually had the fastest lap in the entire race. So there you go. And P9, so not too shabby there in that first race.